the thing I'm proudest of are the Nathan Heller books and probably Quarry. And Quarry is another wild story because of the fact that it is a thing I did in college. I started it in college. So one of the first things I sold, it ran 4 books, done. And then the years pass and the fan mail about the Quarry novels continues. Quarry is a hitman, a Vietnam vet who becomes a hitman, as I think you know. So that happens gradually. I'm like, this doesn't seem like he's going away. So I would write an occasional short story about him, just to kind of keep him there and keep him in my mind. Then when Charles R. Dye started Hard Case Crime, this wonderful line of retro noir paperbacks, uh, he reprinted a couple of my Nolan books and came back to me and said, "What should we reprint next?" They had just started and they were basically doing reprints of people like Earl Stanley Gardner and so on. And I said, "Why? Just give me the money that you would have given me for the reprint and let me do an original because I, you know, what you're doing is right up my alley. Let me do this." And so I ended up doing a book called The Last Quarry that was designed to be the finally to end the series. And something very odd happened. It was successful. Every time you finish one, you're like, "What? Is there going to be another one? Is there going to be another one?" And so it's always been that way. And I'd had a lot of movie options without any movies getting made.
Yeah.
And that's good. The money comes in. You get a $2,000 check or something. Then Road to Perdition happens, and the Quarry TV show happens, and that's now I got something I can put on the cover of the book by the author of Road to Perdition. This all connects. I'm gonna do a segue for you now,
Okay.
and that segue
I like that
is
you're producing. This is good.
Audie Murphy because my Quarry character, in part, was based on Audie Murphy, who was the most decorated soldier of World War II and was just a kid, basically.
Yeah.
And I had a very good friend uh, whose name was John McCrae, who was funny, one of the gang, and he went all over and went to Vietnam and did several tours and had a harrowing experience over there and came back a little damaged. And he and Audie Murphy were the basis of the Quarry character. And interestingly, the creator of Rambo, David Morrell,
Hmm.
had done the same thing. He actually taught at the University of Iowa for a while, so we would bump into each other in Iowa City. And we both would talk about the fact that we both had based our our characters on on Audie Murphy. Because and Murphy, if you read about him, he had some. I mean, he really had some serious post traumatic stress
Yeah.
syndrome. Uh, there was one story I read about him where he was speeding through, I don't know, Beverly Hills or something, and a cop pulled him over and got out of the car and looked into the car, and there was Audie Murphy sitting there, and there was a 45 automatic on the seat next to him, and he supposedly said, "I'm sorry to do this, Mr. Murphy. I just wanted to tell you I'm a big fan." And then he went back to his his vehicle and just watched Murphy speed off. Because if you're with Audie Murphy and he's got a 45,
Yeah.
you probably want to do whatever Audie Murphy wants you to do. And also there was a thing where he was at a football game and somebody started really giving him a bad some mob guy started giving him a really bad time. "Oh, you're not so tough, blah blah blah." And he said, "I killed 100 of you guys in Sicily. One more isn't going to make a difference." And the guy just scooted.